Now we're live.
And we're reversed.
I know because I hit the mirror button was on.
Oh,
I hit it off and suddenly it worked.
so it's like we're doing the drive in the UK.
Yes. Well, they see it the normal way.
Oh, they do. We
Yeah,
just
just
see
the
it
way
the
we're
opposite
seeing
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
got
right.
it.
Hey, everybody.
Well, welcome to Clutch Radio.
Let's play the opening. Let's start this all over again.
Everybody's gone. They got like, yeah, the heck with it.
It's time to start your engines and be part of the conversation. You can always ask the experts, Rafi Manassian and Dan Rosenberg, because it's now time for Clutch Radio. The show starts now.
All right, everybody. We're back.
We are back.
Hopefully, some of you will come back and join us that were here earlier. Not sure what happened. We're in a mystery vehicle. We want you to identify it.
See if you can identify it. I, in the meantime, am finishing up
An auction.
or trying to.
We have signal. That's what's weird. Like,
That's
was
good.
All right. So we're at the casino right now. At the Clearwater Casino in the parking lot. Everybody should have got a notification that we went live, but they might have just said, yeah, you know what? I got the day off now.
Uh-oh. What was that sound?
I don't know. I hope that was somebody closing the door or something. That wasn't me. We'll do our standard run the vehicle, whatever it is. Once we get people, if anybody joins us.
Through the car wash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll get out and talk about it.
Okay.
And then we'll go to Jake's Abascona and call it a day.
Okay.
So right now it's just going to be us being nice and quiet. Although the recording of the show will still show up and people will be able to watch the recording. This one's called Let's Try This Again.
That's what this show is called.
This episode.
This episode.
Let's Try This Again, Clutch 7/29/23.
The clutch was slipping. I explained to somebody the other day that our show was called Clutch Radio,
Right.
and the older person said, "Oh, that's a great name," and the younger person said, "Like in a clutch, like you're." And I said, "No, it's the clutch for the transmission. That's what you use to engage the. There's a clutch."
Right.
He had no idea.
Even automatics have a clutch,
That's true.
technically.
Because the clutch actually clutches. Or traditionally,
We should
that's
call
where it
this
gets
sphincter radio.
sphincter. Yeah,
Because right now,
that'll go over well.
everybody's sphincter is very tight.
Yes. Let's see. Okay. Driver's side.
Yay, Adam. We figured it out.
All right.
So it is working. All right, so we're driving a mystery vehicle, Adam.
Because Adam's there.
Hopefully Ray realizes that we're on and sees the other post and we went live again. We had to restart. We had to do a new post. I have no idea what happened. But the question is, what are we driving?
Yes.
We're going to run it through the car wash, as we always do. Even though this just went through the car wash the other day. We're going to run it through anyway. I parked it at my office, and the tree sap, you can see on the windshield, there's tree sap all over it.
Oh, tree sap.
See the tree sap on the windshield? It looks
Oh,
like
I
it's
do.
raining a little
It's
bit,
very
but it's really
fine.
not.
Yes.
So that will come off. What does Adam say there?
Adam says
Looks like a Jeep Cherokee.
he's close.
It is an SUV.
It is an SUV.
We'll give you that.
It is an early SUV.
Ray Pepper, you're not allowed to guess.
Because Ray knows what it is.
Ray knows what it is.
Because Ray knows all.
Well, that too.
I'm going to adjust my seat up. There we go. Oh, much better. Dan's in recline mode.
Yes.
So he's leaning
We're
back.
having like a little cookout here.
Oh, there you go.
So they have all that propane by the fireworks? Oh, there's no fireworks there now.
Not
Okay.
anymore. So we are on the main highway leading off the island.
The
And
305, if you're from California, call it the 305.
the 305. And on our way in preparation to get here, We were on the island part of the 305, and we observed on the opposite side of the road a car that had significant, I would suggest, total damage
Yes.
to the passenger side front corner. And as Dan reported, taking a look back at it, it was a test drive vehicle. So it had the dealer.
It had the dealer sticker on the front. It had,
Yep.
like the year. It had the as-is buyer's guide in the window still, and it looks like they rear-ended a large truck.
Yes. So either the person driving the vehicle was unsure of how the brakes operated, but it was a substantial impact. I would say it looked like brakes weren't even applied, and they hit the stationary object at least 30 miles an hour, maybe even more. The whole front corner of the car was basically gone, but the windshield was intact and the front cowl was intact. And, modern cars can take that because the modern design is constructed so that the center or passenger compartment area, the cocoon of the vehicle, is a safety cocoon. It's designed to collapse and accordion at the front or the rear so that all of that energy is absorbed in the collapsing segments of metal before it gets to the vehicle center and can protect the occupants. But it's a good reminder that when you go car shopping, you'll want to check with the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration,
NTSB, right?
yes, to identify which vehicles get the 5-star rating. And those vehicles are the ones that tend to be the safest in a wide range of impact. It is not, surprisingly, to many people, it is not the largest vehicle that you might buy. Some of the larger vehicles are not as safe as some of the smaller ones.
Adam's guessing Ford Explorer, speaking of unsafe large vehicles, from many years ago. Actually, those are the tires, not the car.
That's true. He is close. He's in the right zone, but the wrong brand.
I mean, it's an American-made SUV. I
It
will
is.
concur. I will
Yes.
concede that.
American-made SUV.
Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Jake.
So, yes, I can't text my mom back because she was just texting. It's just buffering. Is it just me? And I think those are from the earlier stream. Hopefully she found this stream.
Now, it's nice that your mom watches the show.
But I'm tech support,
Oh, that's true.
so I can't help her while I'm doing the show other than tell her, no, it's not you. It was us on the earlier version.
So back to
Safety.
safety. Now, unless even if you've been driving all drives a vehicle has a story to share about an accident they either avoided, saw, or unfortunately participated in. And accidents are, just a part of driving. Many people go through 30, 40 years of driving and have never been in a vehicle accident. But sometimes the odds will catch up to you, and that's why you want to be in a vehicle that you know is safe and can protect you when you are unfortunately especially a high impact collision. Now, one of the things that we talk about periodically is bumper height, and because taller vehicles are becoming more and more prominent.
This is a tall vehicle.
Yes. These tall vehicles no longer bumper match with the earlier older vehicles. Instead, they can do top side damage to the hood of your car. And what that means is on closer, higher impact, higher velocity impact, the front of that vehicle actually will encroach the safety cocoon, the center portion of your car, and cause potentially a higher level of damage. So if you have an older car with watch your mirror. Oh, geez.
I saw it.
if you have an older car
Welcome to our car wash.
with a lower hood, you'll want to be mindful of that because damage can be more significant. So,
Mobile. Now, I thought this was interesting. This is a space that's perfect for a cell phone.
and this is before cell phones were.
Yeah. So Adam is very close. As a Chevy Blazer,
That is close.
it's very, very close.
Adam, you kind of close. See what I did there, Dan?
You want to get the?
Oh, he's going to take
Please
it off.
grab that.
Yeah.
We're
So-
gonna take the antenna off.
Good. How
Good,
are you?
Good. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
I got the antenna.
You got the antenna. Don't hit me with it. I don't have my camera that I normally have, so I can't see. When I bring my car in here, I can actually see the rail.
He got it. Adam got it. I said, Adam, you kind of close.
Yukon close. It is a GMC Yukon. It's a 94.
94. And interestingly, Dan noted that it has the ideal slot for a cell phone. And yet, that was before the traditional smartphone size and scale that we have
Make sure
today.
the windows are up.
Windows are up.
So yeah, we're doing our standard, run it through the car wash.
Yep.
We
And
have
we- Removed our antenna.
yes. The first time I ran it through a car wash, the guy could not get the antenna off. And so the antenna just the whole time. But that was the local on the island. It's not as powerful as this one.
Yeah, this would probably rip the antenna right off. Well, we're also testing the waterproof.
Yeah, it's a well-sealed vehicle. This is a one owner,
One owner.
very high miles.
How
Now
many
you
miles?
should be able to hear us okay. 243,749.6.
That's a lot of miles. But if it's been well maintained, that's not a lot of miles at all.
He wants a clutch T-shirt and a 4X for
Oh.
guessing.
Okay.
Oh, it's boy, the windshield wipers right up.
Yeah.
We also have our sound today, brought to you by our DJI sound.
DJI.
DJI. Or is it
Yeah.
DG? That's a J. And our new bracket.
Nice and stable.
And we apologize for the earlier. We have no idea what happened.
Not a clue.
StreamYard just would not load.
We think it might be attributed to the.
I dropped my phone, but once I restarted my phone, everything seemed to work.
There you go. So we're just now exiting.
Now it's going to get loud.
Yes, we'll get the air blast. We'll get.
And I only did the Very Bright package. I usually do the Very Best, but I just did it the other day. So I saved $3.
They're gonna wipers. They're gonna take off.
It's the air. It blows all the water off from under the windshield wipers. Now there's no one behind us, so I'm not going to immediately put it into drive because it helps it dry. We get more blowing happening. Although it just kicked us right out. All right, so now we'll go over here and we'll do our walk around.
All right. Now, where's your pedal squeaking?
I don't know.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a quick walk around here.
Take a look at the beautiful Yukon.
So you can now see this vehicle. Hello. Camera. Oops, that's the wrong button. We're going to reverse the camera.
Oh, I'll put the antenna back on.
So here it is. This is that space I was talking about. Look at that. That's where I have my case for my phone. So here it is. It is a lovely bluish color. It shouldn't be that hard.
No, I just put it on.
Oh, there's Rafi.
Hey guys.
So here it is. It's got brand new tires and brakes all around. You can see the new caliper there, actually.
Oh yeah, it's looking good. You know, and this is a one-owner car.
This is
Dan.
a one-owner car.
It's in great shape. You get a little plastic polish. Put that on there. That'll get that going good. And tow package.
Does have the tow package.
It's got a few dings, but
That's the biggest one in the entire car right there.
But that's not a problem at all. We need to look under the hood.
We should. Now it does have some chips on the hood that we might.
So you get some rust spots here.
Yeah, we can maybe touch that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now Rafi will open up this hood. It is a Chevy 5.7 liter 350 engine.
Oh, this will detail up nicely.
Fuel injected. Dirty Rafi.
Rafi doesn't like getting dirty unless he intends to get dirty.
Yes. It does have a brand new belt. The wires were pretty new, but the spark plugs were pretty old. Somebody had switched the wires out, and they got the order wrong. So it was running very rough for a while.
Yes, if the wires are switched, it will run.
Yeah.
But that's smart that was figured out, because oftentimes people think that's an engine problem.
Yeah.
And then a good mechanic goes in and goes, wait a while, switches them back because the engine runs fine.
Yeah.
That's a common problem. Another common problem is that something as simple as a vacuum hose may have just gotten loose.
Yeah.
It comes out, and that makes the car run rough. Now, this has a wide band serpentine belt, and that single serpentine belt is running all the pulleys.
Yeah.
And this engine, by the way, is one of the most durable engines that Chevrolet has made. They last a long time. You keep good oil in here regularly. You change your air filter, you change your oil filter, hoses and the belts and things like that. This engine will run forever. It's one of the most reliable and durable engines General Motors has ever made.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting is the air conditioning has this little cable right here.
Yeah.
And it melted.
Oh.
But you can see where the contacts are.
Yeah, it goes.
And if we stuck this here, we could probably test to see if that worked. And if it did, some advice that our guys yesterday gave me at the Cars and Coffee group, we get a couple of, just a little piece of metal, like maybe clip off a piece of a paper clip.
Mm-hmm.
JB weld those suckers right there and there. Sit there, hold that, JB weld it, see if it works. Because if not, this entire thing has to be replaced, because that is not removable.
So this plate here, this piece here,
Yes.
that piece is fried, or did this come loose and
No,
get fried separately?
It's this is the piece that was fried. This white piece used to be part of it.
Oh, I
This
see.
is the clamp, and this is what was on there.
Ah.
So
okay.
if we did this and just held it there,
How many clips on that?
looks like it's just two.
It's just two.
And you
You
can
know-
see where it goes there.
I'm going to suggest that it's more than just clipping it. These look like they're warped. They need to be straightened before they're inserted.
Well, that's why we thought if we just got some wire connected to each one of those and connected into each one of those.
I don't recommend that, and the reason why is the amount of electricity coming through here is dictated by the width and the thickness of this particular metal, and you don't know the type of metal or the thickness of
Oh.
whatever it's going to go. And so what it might do is melt that metal or arc that metal, which is even more problematic. So I don't recommend that.
Okay.
What I do recommend is maybe trying to straighten the ones that are here and seeing if you can insert it here to get it back into that tang. But you'd have to do a little bit of research here on that connector. And why is there the assumption that this can't come off? You got to get a whole new one?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. You may be able to
They couldn't
remove
find the
this.
part. I
and
think
get
that was
that.
it. I think Nick tried to find the part, and that part doesn't
Ah.
exist.
Okay.
But it does have the 134A, which is good.
Yeah. That's the newer
Right.
Freon.
So this would make the air conditioning most likely work.
Okay.
That's the only thing that's not working right now is the air conditioning.
Let's set it over here so it doesn't interfere with anything.
But yeah, it's got fresh plug, fresh oil change, good detail, a little spray paint on the air cleaner. But what's interesting is it looks like a carburetor, but there's little two injectors on top of it.
Yeah, that's common. What they did was when they changed them, they didn't want to have to change. This is significant tooling
Yeah.
to modify and create a new one of these. So they probably kept the same chamber and everything that was when it was carbureted.
There's no fuel rails or anything like there
Yeah.
is on a normal.
And then the fuel injection unit sits in there. They make now replacement carburetors for standard 350, 327 V8 engines, but they're not carburetors at all. They look like carburetors. They sit into and they're built-in fuel injection, just like they have with distributors that now contain not pointless ignition, electronic ignition. So this is in good shape. You know,
What's
it's
amazing too is the light works, and there's an accessory light right here that you can take out, and that also works.
So you open this up, you pull that out, and you can walk around.
So hold that for a second, and then there's a switch right here. Look at that.
So you can walk around. This is very effective. So you can check if you happen to be stranded at night, check what's going on. Look at it. And that's a pretty lengthy cord. You can get to, and then you just crank it back up. There's a little hand crank there. Cranks it back up.
Crank it back up.
And parks that light.
Let's turn it off.
Back into its little receptacle. How clever is that?
I don't know how that works.
Well, you could just see the guys getting.
And I broke it.
We can't take you
Did it
anywhere.
fall on the ground at least? No.
It's in some chamber of hell, some valley of metal hell that all
I mean, it was almost broken already.
parts
See,
go hide it.
now that's going to fall out every time. Well, no, because this will hold it in place.
Yeah, that won't fall
All right.
out.
I just wonder if I can find that. I guess it doesn't matter.
It probably doesn't. It's
Well, that was fun.
it's in small part purgatory.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
so
I
this,
think I see it down here. It might be down in that gutter.
well,
Ah,
so
Well, there
this
you-
this is the '94 GMC.
there you go.
Now these are plastic, so we're going to polish those out.
Yeah, these will.
One of these two bulbs isn't working, but it's simple 4 screws. Pop it off, put in a new bulb.
Yeah, little bits here and there that make the difference. Yeah, it'll be a good one.
I mean, the firing order is listed right on the engine.
Yeah.
You see it right there. Firing order 18436.
Generally speaking, the intake manifolds list firing order.
There you go.
All right.
Now this closes kind of weird. Oh no, it doesn't. It works.
Seems fine to me.
All right. Now there's the same vehicle.
Yeah, there's the older brother.
There's a Suburban, about the same year. This is the SLE model.
You didn't do the interior, but the interior's in great shape.
It's got a back seat.
And look at how nice the seat is.
The seats
for
are a
the
little
pas-
loose.
The passenger seat is in great
I don't think
shape.
anybody ever sat there.
The material is in great shape.
I think whoever ripped the headliner
Oh,
was
yeah.
told you're not allowed to drive in the car anymore.
That could be.
You might have worn a big hat with razor blades on the top or
That
something.
also could be. But it's in good shape. Let's open up the back.
Okay. Look at this. Watch what happens. You hit this button. It works. And you can pop this right up.
There you go.
Now, when it's cold, this has to be held. On a
Ah.
warm day, it'll stay.
Okay.
So if you want to hold that for a second.
Yep.
And then. Now it's dirty.
But it'll clean up. This would clean up. This just needs a really good vacuuming, a shampooing, take your tire out, clean up inside here. This would clean up real nice.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all. But it's been a vehicle that's used. So whoever owned it before obviously used it, enjoyed it, took advantage of the utility, which is what you're supposed to do with cars like this. You know, they're designed to haul things around. Yeah, it's and these are vehicles that, you know, when they do the job they're supposed to do, it really doesn't matter what the overall visual condition is because they've served their purpose.
Yes.
And this has got 250,000 miles.
250,000, but it's 30 years old.
That's it's impressive because it runs great still. One owner, right?
Yep. Now the date of manufacture, 4 of 94.
Yeah, and
So it's 29 years old, 29 and a half.
what you have to keep in mind too, as I said earlier, you know, a car with a lot of miles that shows that it's been used has served its purpose. There's value in that. Now, it's nice to have a car that's, you know, the same year in pristine condition with 60,000 miles, but has it served its purpose? That's really that's a reasonable question.
Yeah.
And not that either is good or bad, but at least you know that you're getting the honest representation for what the vehicle is. Nobody's trying to hide anything. You haven't rolled back the odometer on it.
No. Yeah.
So
It was really 343. We drove backwards for 100,000 miles.
100,000 miles.
It came with an interstate battery from 2021.
Yep.
What it looks like is somebody tried to put in new wires and a new battery to get it to run better about a year ago. For a while. Anyway, so we're now going to drive back to the island.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we would go out on the highway, but since we lost all that time when we were trying to. But cleaning this car will be fun. Like I've done nothing except wash it, like running through a car wash. And I did vacuum the front, but I have not and I don't know if I'm going to do it or, we'll just send it out for a good detail.
All right, let's see here.
But this, I don't think this would not be a good bring-in trailer, would it?
It's a little bit, I'm going to say.
Now that I broke that thing off.
Yeah, now that you broke that thing off, it wouldn't necessarily work. That was the key element.
Yeah. I screwed up. But the headlights should clean up nicely. I'll probably do a video about that because those are always fun to do.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to video it while you do it?
Yeah. And then the little S10 pickup truck, I'm going to paint that with some Rust-Oleum Turbo, which is an amazing paint product. Is your auction actually ending right now?
No, it's got a couple more hours, but people are asking questions, so I'm trying to answer them.
Well, what are the questions they're asking? Can you
They're
share?
asking,
Can you
yes,
share?
Yes. They're
Content,
asking,
Rafi, content.
Do you have the original radio and speakers? No, we do not have the original radio or speakers.
Did we list it in the listing?
No, we did not. And I don't know
See,
why
that's-
people ask questions like that. It's like, yes, we have them. We're intentionally hiding them from
Yes.
you, or we're saving them because my grandmother wants them.
Yeah, a lot of times people ask questions online that are just like, just read,
Read what it says.
look over everything. Hello, Isabel. We haven't had Isabel on the show in a while.
That's right.
From Bainbridge North Storage, where I keep the classic 79 Pontiac, which is another car. We need to get out and do a show in that one eventually.
Yes,
well,
we
you're
do.
leaving soon.
I am.
So next week we're not doing a show because I'll be out of town with my son.
And where are you going, Dan?
It's a mystery. We're not going to talk about where we're going yet.
Okay.
So I think we're going to do a big video about where we're going.
Okay.
And then the following week, I think is your last week here.
Yes, that is correct, because I'm off to California, where I will go down to Pebble Beach first and judge the annual
You're
Pebble
so
Beach.
judgy.
I am very judgy. Judge the annual. I'll be judging the vehicles, not the people.
Not the people. Oh, no, yeah. You'll be looking at the hats people are wearing.
Well, I will be looking at I will be enjoying the scenery, that's for sure.
I'd love to go. I've never gone. I'd love to go some year.
Oh, maybe next year
Maybe next year.
I'll get you.
I can be your guest.
Yes, you can be my guest.
If there's a DeLorean class, I could judge that.
There you go.
Cars made in Ireland from 81 to 2. That would be the class that I would be able to. Although I don't even know if I know enough about those to judge. And what are you judging this year?
I will be judging the Italian coach building class of Figoni.
Hey, Fagoni.
Hey, Figoni. And if you imagine sort of for lack of a better term for a general perspective, the sort of Cruella de Vil looking cars, very long, very swoopy fendered, from the Art Deco era. The cars that I will be judging will have, that's what they look like. And most of them are Delahaye, Delage, expensive European cars that got these very elaborate, gorgeous looking coach built bodies. So it's going to be a great class to judge.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to a new year teaching at California College of Art, where I'll be teaching industrial design, inclusive of some automotive and truck and sometimes motorcycle or bicycle projects. So,
You're a busy man.
yes,
And a potential sitcom.
and a potential sitcom. Yes.
So a funny story, speaking of the sitcom, Rick Springfield has a new album out.
Ah.
Comes out August 4th, called Automatic, not Clutch, not Stick Shift, Automatic.
There you go.
And he's been promoting it, and he did I think Los Angeles Magazine had their 110th, a birthday of a building, a 110th birthday, and it's the building that's been their office. I don't know what it was. But they did an interview with him, and they did an audience Q&A.
Ah.
Second question, when's your sitcom coming out?
Oh, they knew.
And his response, I'm still upset at him.
Oh,
I don't know, my freaking agent's not calling me. I'm like, did you forget that you shot something already? That's what they're referring to. But that's okay. The fact that the fans,
no,
that's who's asking the Q&A, are the fans.
that's good. That's good.
Although then again, he's like, yeah, we're going on who's on the tour with us? And like people are calling out. And he goes, well, you guys know more than I do. And the local cast and crew will be going to see him when he comes here to town.
Yeah, and that's on the 6th?
6th of September.
Okay.
You will not be here, sadly.
I will not be, unfortunately. I have to look at my schedule to see if I can somehow finagle that, but I don't think I can.
I think you leave on the 5th.
Yeah, that is correct.
One extra day.
Yeah, but I teach that day.
They won't. Early in the semester, they're not going to know.
They're not going to miss me. They don't like me yet.
First day, Zoom.
So the early part of the semester when I go to teach, I always start with much more of the firm hand, make sure you're on time, do this, and then gradually work my way into the more.
What do you think's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. Some kind of they've got some sort of event there. So I start firm and then work my way into the more relaxed professorial approach. Because if you start too relaxed too soon, then it's hard to corral them.
That's kind of how I coach basketball. It was the same way. It's, the beginning of the season, it was 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
hard practices.
Yep.
And then as the season starts, the practices get shorter and shorter.
Yep.
Because the games become the focus.
If you earn it, you will learn it,
Oh,
which is true.
I like that. Earn it to learn it.
Earn it to learn it. You work your way up to learning by earning that opportunity. And part of the earning process is respecting not just the process itself for learning, but respecting the outcomes. People tend to think that the outcome is going to be something swift if you're good at it. And that you can be good at something, and the outcome may take a long time. Usain Bolt or any other Olympic sprinter will train for years for less than 10-second outcome. And if you give up within a few months of training or a year of training and just say I'll never make it, then you're guaranteed to never make it. But if you keep trying, if you keep pushing yourself to get to the level that you're seeking, and as I tell my students, if you focus on achieving that point, you won't get there. So you have to focus on achieving a point beyond there, so that when you arrive where you think you can be, you're still pushing yourself to get to that ultimately impossible goal. And that's where it becomes easier to get to that goal. If you say, I'm going to run a 4-minute mile at 3:56, 3:57, 3:58, you're going to be thinking, I'm almost there. But if you tell yourself, I'm going to run a 3-minute and 50-second mile at 3:56, 3:57, 3:58, you've already broken the 4-minute mile.
Right.
So always push yourself beyond the thing that you're seeking.
Well,
to
the other
achieve.
saying I love is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah. If you think about doing something, it's inactionable. You have to actually do it. The action is what defines the achievement. It's not the thought
Yes.
that defines the achievement.
A great philosopher once said, do or do not. There is no trying.
That is true.
Now we're back on the island. Shall we go say hi to Jake and get a Skona?
We should go and say hi to Jake for a Skona. That is, I entirely endorse that. Jake, if you're still listening, warm up that Skona for us, and we'll be there shortly. What is Isabel saying here? Can you read that?
While I'm driving down.
gentlemen. She says, I'm looking third.
I'm loving the third day of my
30th
30th
family
family
reunion. Oh, she's in BC.
Oh, very nice.
All right. Well, happy family reunion.
Oh, Canada. That's all I know of that song.
And our Canadian friends.
We're
across
international.
the border. We are international.
We don't have our Irish friend on today. I haven't seen him in a while.
No, I think he did pop in and said something earlier on.
Today?
Possibly. Yeah, I think he did.
I
I'll have
didn't
to scroll back to see. But let's see here.
We'll just cover the whole camera there around this.
Yeah. Well, there's Jake. There's Adam.
No.
No, I thought I'd seen him. Oh, there we go.
It's 3D.
So I wonder if that car is still there. Do you want to take a look at it?
No, I don't want to pull over.
Yeah, it's a little tight here, but oh, what a shame. Yeah, that was a dealer car, Dan.
Oh, and it's
Oh.
not from around here.
Oh,
You know what? I wonder if somebody stole that car.
boy, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, because if they would have been test driving from like Hudson or Liberty Bay,
Yeah.
that car would have been, they would have grabbed the car already. That's been there for 2 days. I saw it yesterday.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. Well, it's been there at least a day.
But if it was stolen, it would have been removed by the police.
Oh, that's a good point too. Unless they don't know. Like the dealership
an
might-
accident like that,
Yeah.
I probably got a police report. But see that. What is that
Yeah,
sound?
it's WD-40. That's
That's
a squeaky.
that sounds to me like the power booster. The seal on the power booster is seeping.
I
We
think
had that.
I would say if we spray it with WD-40, it'll go away.
Okay.
Because it's a squeak, not a whoosh. A whoosh might be the booster.
That
And wouldn't the booster make noise up here then? Because the booster's on the.
well, it sounds to me like you the dog likes. Yeah, there you go. So
This ride's pretty nice though.
it does. It's smooth. It's not rattly. The steering is nice and straight.
The steering wheel up here is like very cushy compared to down here.
Yeah, that's probably because that's where it was hung on, driven a lot.
Who
but
drives
it's-
like this?
But it's interesting, looking at the steering wheel. There's no airbag.
No.
There's no airbag here. There's no airbag here.
No.
There's no airbag. There's no airbags in this
There's
car.
no airbags. Because 95, I think is the first year they were required in trucks.
Right. And prior to that, airbags were in cars
Polestar. Oh, I'm not in my Polestar.
as early as the late 80s. But the first car to have airbags?
The old Tornado.
It was a General Motors vehicle, and it was offered as an option. You could get it in a station wagon in the early to mid 70s, but it was a $700 option.
I thought the 67 Olds was the first one that had an airbag.
Now, I've not heard that. I'll have to
Now, I
study
do
up.
know, I just read this article. Kramer's car on Seinfeld, the 73 Impala, the
Yeah.
particular one he had was a fleet vehicle. They made, I think, 100 of them that had passenger, driver, and lower knee airbags in 73.
In 73.
Yeah, it was a test. They only did it in a few of the cars, but because of the expense, no one wanted them. But they did them in some fleet cars, and the particular car he had was that one of those cars.
How about that?
And they don't know where that car is.
They don't know where it is today.
Now, my family, the first car I kind of really remember was the 73 Impala station wagon.
Ah, okay.
Did not have airbags.
No airbags.
No airbags, but it had a button right here, well, right here,
Watch your speed in here.
where you could lower the back window.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if the window was down, the door would open this way.
Yep.
Oh, no, if the window was up, the door would open this
Yep.
way. If the window was down, it would open that way.
Yeah.
And the button hardly ever worked. And so every once in a while, there'll be this weird noise. And oh my God, and the button would work.
Go down.
Didn't need the button to go down, but it would go down. And that's where I believe my dad started calling things a Sooner.
The Sooner?
That's a Sooner.
A Sooner.
Sooner or later, it's going to work.
There you go.
So as we are about to end the show, any questions? Now that we are doing the second version of the show
The
today,
second version of the show. There you go.
I'm curious to see how the other one looked. I mean, I even went live on my Facebook page for a minute, thinking
Yes,
that might
was
work.
the only option we had. Now the sun's finally coming out, so I can put my sunglasses on. Oh, that's much better. There we go.
Prenuptial eyes.
Yes.
Are those the same sunglasses?
No, unfortunately, those were lost.
Are you serious?
Yes. But that's okay.
I should have put them in the vault.
You should have put them in the vault.
I've got Tony's watch,
Yes, the watch and the
the earpiece,
earpiece. Yep.
headpiece, earpiece,
Headpiece.
hairpiece,
And I have Tony's tie and suit.
Yeah,
So
you have Tony's tie and suit, and I've got Dan's tie, which is actually your tie.
which is my tie.
My tie.
My tie. It's too early for a my tie.
Also, I have Rick's bathrobe.
Ah, there you go.
I've got Dean/Lenny's tracksuit.
Well, you know, I read just today in the newspaper. Yes, I do read a newspaper.
So old school.
Alan Alda sold his dog tags and boots from the show that he did in the 70s,
MASH.
MASH. He sold them
Wow.
at auction to raise money for a charity that he's working in. And he sold the boots and the dog tags for $125,000.
There is a there's a Rivian. There's an auction going on to raise money for the Writers Guild, for the people that are the Writers Guild's actually raising money for crew that's non-writers, people that work in the regular crew that are affected by the strike.
Sure.
And they're auctioning a Seinfeld script signed by everybody, including Larry David, of the
Wow.
finale. A People's Choice Award for Friends.
Oh, nice.
Somebody who won that award decided that he would
Auction it
he
off.
was going to auction it off.
Well, that's nice.
Starting bid was $2,000. I don't know where it ended up.
Do you know who the designer is for
Our
the,
designers?
Your Choice for the Oscars award?
No.
Yours truly.
For which one?
Your Choice for the Oscars.
Oh, Your Choice for the Oscars.
Yes.
That doesn't exist anymore, does it?
No, it was an RKO production. They did it for, I think, 14 years, and I designed the trophy. I was on the show where we
Debbie Reynolds and Burt Lancaster?
Rich
Rich Little.
Yeah.
Did he do an impression of you?
No,
Oh.
but that would have been fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the show for today, everybody. Sorry it was so choppy.
Yeah,
I think this vehicle will be available at Affordable Auto Sales in Bremerton
there you go.
if you're interested in buying it. $99.99. It's actually a good price for this, believe it or not.
It is. It's in
These things
great
are going
shape.
for anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000 in this condition.
Great shape.
The 4x4 works. I checked it yesterday.
Yeah.
We figure out how to fix that air conditioning.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, a good detail. But
Yep.
he's got a detailer there that'll detail the car for us.
Yeah, and get down to every little detail on this car, and it'll look great.
Yeah. It's got a Kenwood stereo aftermarket.
Does it work?
Yeah.
CD player?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't test CD player. I don't have any CDs.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Adam says, great show, guys. See you soon. Adam, we'll see you Monday. We're talking about the TV show Psych.
Psych.
Great
Wow.
show.
Great show and long running too. And
We have a connection to that show, which
Do you?
I will talk about on Monday.
okay. Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. We will
Oh,
see you.
raise it affordable now. We should have just taken it right there. That should have been the show today.
Drop it off at affordable.
But how do we get home?
It's true.
You know, there's another way we could do shows where you have your headphones on and you're broadcasting from your car. I have my headphones on, broadcasting from my car, so we can hear each other. Oh no, yeah, we could. All right,
See ya.
bye. Let's find the ending. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun.